Welcome. I'm Stephen J Garvey, NCA founder, leader of National Citizens Alliance of Canada, NCA. And tonight we're going to do an information session on radical extremism in Canada, and we're going to focus on one example of it that's coming up. Wow. It's pretty disturbing, very disturbing, and we're going to look at the critical issues around radical extremism, why it's happening, and how NCA will deal with it. And there's lots of political correctness, as everyone knows. Anyone who speaks out against radical extremism and other issues is labeled racist, bigot, hateful. So we're going to deal with that as well. And I should say at the outset, National Citizens Alliance of Canada is fully opposed to radical extremism. And that includes all forms of supremacy and racism, such as political Islam. We are not, and I have to stress, we are not against all Muslims. And we're only against radical, fundamentalist, extremist Muslims and any other ideologies, people that adopt radical extremist views that are supremacist, racist. That's what we're against. So, and I have to stress another thing. The problem of radical extremism in Canada is not exclusive to Trudeau and the globalist liberals. That is factually false. If you look at recent political history under the Harper regime and his globalist cohorts like Scheer, Bernie, Kenney, these are the facts. People need to accept that under these crony globalist conservatives, they created in 2007 nationally Islamic Heritage Month. They funded mosques with our tax dollars. These are facts. They had historic mass immigration with Pakistan and Islamic Republic Iran in the top 5 of immigrants coming into Canada. This is a fact. There was historic foreign aid outflow that matches Trudeau under this Harper regime. Under the Harper regime, there was tens of thousands of legal migrants that crossed the border. Go do your fact checking. Go look that up. I believe it was in 2013 that almost 40,000 crossed the border and no one said a peep. These are facts. So these globalist conservatives are playing a little sham on the Canadian people. They want to blame Trudeau and the globalist liberals for everything when they've been doing the same. So we're calling them all out. We oppose all these crony career globalist sellouts in Ottawa. And remember, before I get into this presentation, the false left-right, liberal conservative, and extended controlled opposition, I call it multi-controlled opposition in Ottawa, is just a divisive control game of the establishment. They're just dividing the electorate, and the same status quo is going on. But NCA stands in true grassroots, uncontrolled opposition. And that's why you're getting this presentation tonight. You would never hear this kind of stuff tonight. You're going to hear from any of these crony sellout globalists. You will never hear it. You might get the occasional abstract tweet, pretending to be against radical extremism, but you'll never get a presentation like this. So let's get right into this. We're going to be looking at Hizb Tahrir annual Khalifah Conference. This is taking on March 16th, 2019 at the Mississauga Valley Community Center. This is unbelievable. This is unacceptable. And this is something the NCA does not support. And we will explain why. So let's get into this. And I should clarify, Khalifa, that means caliphate. So this is an annual Caliphate Conference. And Caliphate in Islam is about global implementation of Sharia. That's what it's about. Sharia, which is their legal system. And I'm going to talk more about that. This is pretty terrible. But let's go into the document here. Here we see right now. It's holding on March 16, 2019. This is an annual conference on the Caliphate. It's at the Mississauga Valley Community Center, which is a public facility funded by the taxpayers in Mississauga, Ontario. And this is a statement from Hizb ut-Tahrir's statement. The fall of the Khalifah, which is a caliphate, in 1924 has led to the disunity, tyrannical rule, misery across the Muslim world. We invite Muslims from around the world to fulfill their obligation to work collectively to resume the Islamic way of life through Sharia, through the revival of the Islamic Khalifa state in the Muslim lands. Well, I'm going to show you that that statement is only half true. What this organization wants, and it is an international Islamic organization, I would say radical Islamic organization, they want to implement Sharia worldwide. And I will show you a video proving that. But if we look at the conference coming up, the first talk item, time to show complete ta'akul in Allah. And so what that means, ta'akul, it means complete reliance, complete trust in Allah's plans, and by extension Muhammad and the Quran. So this is all about implementation of the Quran, Sharia, and the Hadith, and the Sunnah. And this is a talk about complete devotion, complete indoctrination to this program. The second talk, wow, nationalism. Should Muslims embrace it? So basically, should Muslims embrace Islamic nationalism? That's the second talk. The third talk, populism and the threat of integration. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So these people are afraid of integrating into Canadian society. What are they doing here? Why are we letting them in our country? Answer that. Not just under Trudeau, under all these globalists. The Harper regime, remember, Pakistan, Islamic Republic of Iran, Afghanistan, etc., were all invited into the country. This is insane. And now I'm going to shift to a video to shed more insight on this insanity. I'm just going to adjust the volume so you can hear the video. This is from the ut-Tahrir Canada website. This is their main video. It's about what this organization stands for.
Hizb ut-Tahrir was established in response to the saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
وَلْتَكُن مِّنكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ وَأُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ.
Let there be one nation of you that shall call to righteousness, ordering honor and forbidding dishonor. Those are the prosperous. To revive the Muslim Ummah from the severe decline that it reached, and to liberate it from the kufr thoughts, systems, and rules, and from the control and influence of the kufr countries, and with the objective to re-establish the Islamic Khilafah in life, to restore the rule by what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had revealed. As for the objectives of Hizb ut-Tahrir, it is the resumption of the Islamic way of life and conveying the Islamic call to the world. This objective means the return of the Muslims to live Islamically in the abode of Islam, Darul Islam, and in an Islamic society where all life's affairs are according to the Sharia rulings, ahkam, and the viewpoint in it is the halal and the haram. In an Islamic state, the Khilafah state, where the Muslims appoint a Khalifa through the bay'ah of full obedience for being ruled by the book of Allah and the sunnah of His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to carry the message of Islam to the world by da'wah and jihad. The Hizb aims to revive the Ummah with the correct revival through enlightened thought and seeks to restore its previous triumph in glory so that it takes leadership from the countries, nations, and people and returns as the leading state in the world, ruling it according to the rules of Islam as it was in the past. It also aims to guide humanity and the Ummah through the struggle with kufr, its systems and thoughts until Islam prevails on earth.
Kita akan menghadapi seluruh tantangan, rintangan dan hambatan di depan kita. Allah Akbar.
There, you heard it in their own words. They support a world caliphate, the implementation worldwide of Sharia. They're a political organization. Their primary focus, at least initial focus, is on the Middle Eastern countries and the implementation of pure Sharia. When that is achieved, they want to implement Sharia worldwide. What are they doing in our country? They don't want to integrate. They have a political agenda that has nothing to do with our liberties and civil rights. So why did Harper let them in? Why is Trudeau letting them in? And why are all these cronies in Ottawa silent about it? This is wrong. And I'm going to look into them a bit further. If you look onto their website, let's look here. It's all about the Khalifah Caliphate. They say they're a political group and they claim they're not a priestly one. Leaflets. They're in Afghanistan, Algeria, America, Australia, Bangladesh, Belgium, Britain, Canada, Egypt, Europe, Iraq, Jordan, Kazakhstan, Kenya, Kuwait, Kyrgyzstan, Lebanon, Libya, Malaysia, Morocco, Pakistan, Ukraine, Turkey, Tunisia, the Netherlands, Syria, Sudan, Scandinavia. They're all over the world. This is an international organization. What are they doing in our country? How are they contributing to the Canadian people and our way of life? This insanity needs to end. So I'm going to play another video for you that shows that these people are anti-Western, anti-Canadian. And again, it'll double down on their world Sharia mandate. I'm just going to adjust the video here. The audio, I have to adjust it just momentarily. Thank you. So this video.
إنه لا يحب المستكبرين.
الحديث 37 عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال: قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: قال الله: أعددت لعبادي الصالحين ما لا عين رأت ولا أذن سمعت ولا خطر على قلب بشر، فاقرؤوا إن شئتم: فلا تعلم نفس ما أخفي لهم من قرة أعين. رواه البخاري ومسلم والترمذي وابن ماجه.
Hadith 37. On the authority of Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, who said that the Messenger of Allah, may the blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, said, Allah said, I have prepared for my righteous servants what no eye has seen and no ear has heard, nor has it occurred to human heart. Thus recite if you wish, and no soul knows what joy for them has been kept hidden. It was related by Al-Bukhari, Muslim, At-Tirmidhi, and Ibn Majah.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. نصيحة لحركة طالبان من خطورة التفاوض مع الأمريكان. تجري في هذه الأيام مفاوضات معمقة بين وفد من حركة طالبان ومندوبين ومسؤولين من الحكومات العميلة الثلاث، السعودية والإمارات وباكستان، بإشراف وفد تفاوض أمريكي برئاسة خليل زادة أو زلماي خليل زادة، الرجل الأمريكي المعروف من أيام حرب أفغانستان. هذه المفاوضات تسعى أمريكا من خلالها إلى محاولة دمج حركة طالبان مع الحكومة العميلة لها في كابول برئاسة أشرف غاني، فدمج الحركة مع الحكومة لكي تتخلص أمريكا من عبء وجود 10,000 جندي لها في أفغانستان ومن الخسائر التي طالما أطاحت بالعديد من جنودها وضباطها. كما تعلمون، حكمت حركة طالبان أفغانستان من العام 1996 حتى العام 2001، وطبقت إلى حد ما أحكام الشريعة الإسلامية بنوع من الصرامة والتشدد على أهل أفغانستان فقط. فكانت دولة أفغانستان الإسلامية أو إمارة أفغانستان الإسلامية. لم تسعى حركة طالبان إلى جعل الدولة دولة إسلامية عالمية، بل اقتصرت على جعلها لأهل أفغانستان فقط. عندما حدثت أحداث 11 من سبتمبر أيلول من العام 2001، تذرعت أمريكا بأن حكومة طالبان متواطئة مع تنظيم القاعدة، وهاجمت أفغانستان وأطاحت بحكم طالبان في العام 2001 كما هو معروف. منذ العام 2001 وحتى هذا العام 2018 تسببت أمريكا في قتل قرابة 150,000 أفغان، وهجرت حوالي 6 مليون أفغاني بين نازح في داخل البلاد ولاجئ خارجها، ودمرت البلاد ونصبت حكومات عميلة أولا برئاسة قرزاي ثم بعد ذلك برئاسة أشرف غاني. أنفقت أمريكا حوالي ما يقارب من 800 مليار دولار في حربها في أفغانستان، وقتل 2200 جندي أمريكي، وأصيب 20,000 جندي أمريكي. وما زالت أمريكا مصممة على البقاء في أفغانستان أو إبقاء حكومة تابعة لها. فترامب أرسل العام الماضي 3000 جندي إضافي إلى أفغانستان، ليصبح عدد الجنود الأمريكان حوالي 9000 جندي في أفغانستان، والبريطانيا حوالي 1000، يعني حوالي 10,000 أو يزيد قليلا. الملا عمر رحمه الله مؤسس الحركة كان يقول: أمريكا وعدتنا بالهزيمة والله وعدنا بالنصر، فلننظر أي الوعدين سينجز أولا. بحجج وذرائع تجنيب المدنيين من القتل والقتال، الجواب لا يجوز إطلاقا، لأنه الكافر العدو يستمر في القتل سواء أنت فوضته ولا ما فوضته. إذا فوضته معناته أنت قدمت له تنازلات، بزيد في منسوب القتل من أجل أن يأخذ منك تنازل آخر، وبالتالي على أي حركة عدم التنازل، لأنه شرعا لا يجوز أن تخضع الحركة لأي إملاءات من الكفار، والآيات واضحة وصريحة في ذلك قطعية، فيش أي حجة للخضوع والتنازل للكفار ولو أدى إلى استشهاد كل أبناء الحركة.
Wow. I hope you enjoyed that video clip. That was from the Hizb ut-Tahrir website, the Canada website, the international website for that organization. And it doubled down on, you could see the mentality. They are anti-Western, anti-Canadian. They believe in a world caliphate of Sharia. They want to implement it worldwide. And note, kafir. Did you just hear that about the kafir? Do you know what that is? That is the infidel, the unbelievable, the rejecter. And they are looked on with disdain in Islam. They can be killed, persecuted. And that's right from the Quran. Very troubling. And so these people at the Mississauga Center, that's how they view us, as unbelievable, as second class, as infidel. And if we don't submit to them, they could kill us under Sharia. So this is very disturbing stuff. So I'm asking, why are these people in our country living off our healthcare system, our social services, having access to our public facilities like in Mississauga, and yet they're against us? Why is the federal government, the previous federal government, the government before that, the government before that, is letting them in our country? The National Citizens Alliance takes a very firm stance against radical extremism. This is unacceptable, what's going on, and we will deal with it. And we're the only federal party running in 2019 that will deal with it. We don't push phony tweets, fake photo ops, and do that. We have sound policy that will deal with it. First off, job number one, we got to deal with this sustained mass immigration. NCA will end mass immigration into Canada. We will reduce it to 50,000 or less. And it will be dictated by what's in the best interest of our people. We are the only federal party in 2019 that is committed to that. 100%. Another thing we will do, and I'm just going to put up our immigration policy here. We're going to ban certain countries from allowing immigration into our country if they're prone to terrorism and if they hold radical extremist ideologies. And with the limited exception of true political asylum seekers from those countries. And it says right here in our immigration policy, restricting, suspending indefinitely immigration rights to individuals from nations prone to terrorism activities and or have values and beliefs that are diametrically opposed to our values and beliefs. Second, we will apply ideological screening at the border to keep these radical nutcases out of our country. They have no place in Canada under NCA governance, period. So in our immigration policy, applying comprehensive screening for all applicants wanting to come to Canada, including vetting of an applicant's ideological beliefs and values that are counter to the standards of civil rights and liberties. And we will only apply this ideological vetting to applicants that are red flagged. Obviously, if there's let's say there's a Caucasian family from Europe, they're Christians, well, we don't see any red flags with them, they're not going to be subjected to this. But if they're coming from a country that's not on our ban list, and we believe that they have radical beliefs, we will do the ideological screening. And most importantly, I'm going to shift to another policy we have, and it's called Ban on Political Islam. The National Citizens Alliance is the only federal party running in 2019 that is committed to banning the practice of political Islam in Canada. We are the only party. And what our policy, it goes into the reasons for this. We have different videos up. We encourage people to look at it, but what political Islam is, if you're looking into it, it doesn't separate mosque and state. They are united. There's apostasy laws, including imprisonment and execution, may be imposed on anyone who leaves Islam. Blasphemy laws, including imprisonment and execution. Homosexuals may be imprisoned, flogged, executed. Adulterers may be stoned to death. A mature man may marry a prepubescent girl. Sickening. That's only some of them. We encourage people to look up Sharia. But if you look in places like Saudi Arabia, they literally behead women in the public streets. If you're a homosexual, you're thrown from the highest height. If you commit adultery, you could be stoned to death, executed. We do not want this stuff in our country. It has no place. It violates everything we stand for. So we hope you will support us on this. And I'm going to play a short video for those Canadians who may be indoctrinated. They may be politically correct. They may be thinking that, oh, we're going too far. Here's a taste of Sharia. I'm just going to adjust the audio here.
Police tried to take Farkunda by the hand to the precinct about a mile away. No, she refuses. Get a female policewoman to take me. The ensuing brutality would become sobering commentary on how little Afghanistan had changed, despite more than a decade of Western engagement. The video you're watching is made entirely from raw cell phone clips, recorded and shared by the onlookers and by the attackers themselves. Fearing retribution, many later stripped them offline. But once online, always online. We found these videos on Afghan websites and on foreign language social media accounts. Farkhunda falls for the first time and screams, echoing the words of her attackers. Video continues, capturing quick glimpses of faces. A frame here, a frame there. Worshippers have joined in. Some, beggars and pilgrims who have been known to frequent the shrine. Police fire into the air. For a moment, they're able to shield Farkhunda, who's in the background, and remarkably, still conscious. Men plead to the officers. One puts his hands on a policeman's beard. Brother, let us have her. Why not let us near her? A few feet away, a female police officer in plain clothes and her male colleague stand guard. It's afternoon rush hour, prayer time. The crowd grows. Rumors swirl. A woman burned the Quran. An American sympathizer. Perhaps a French embassy worker. The mob storms the shrine. Sensing the urgency, 2 police officers pull Farkhunda atop a nearby shed. An officer below props her up. Down the other side is a possible, and maybe only, path of escape. Farkhunda realizes her hijab is off.
You can watch the full video on our policy statement on our website, on our YouTube page at National Citizens Alliance. Isn't that sickening? It brings tears to my eyes every time I see that. That is what Sharia is. It's a sickness. These people have no right to be in our country. These globalist sellouts are sick people in Ottawa. They need to be removed. They need to be removed, so get behind NCA. We're the only party that's taking this seriously that will deal with this insanity. This is wrong, everyone. Watch that video. It's a sickness. They have no right to be in Canada. Period. So wake up. Share the video. And I'm sorry I'm upset, but this is very upsetting. What's going on? Very upsetting. Please share the video. Please join NCA. Donate to us. Become a candidate. We're only as strong as the amount of support we receive from the Canadian people. Go to nationalcitizensalliance.ca. Become a member today. Run in 2019 against these globalist sellouts in Ottawa. All the crooks and crony career politicians. Let's drain them all out. Thank you very much for listening to this. Please share it.